everybody, I'm Drewbie and welcome to Resident Evil Director's Cut. Before we get started, I want to explain that I'm going to be playing this game in Japanese, and the reason being is the enemies do take more damage. Like for instance, in the Yawn second fight, the snake fight, he'll take up to 4 shots instead of 5. So that's why I'm doing that. So if you guys are looking into playing this game in Japanese as well, there are 3 things that you need to look out for. When you go to like equip your handgun in the menu, the first one's going to be equipped, and then kind of like placing that item into a certain spot, you know, like the crest into the hole. So that's the first one. The second one is going to be examine the item, which you would only the only thing that we're going to be examining anyways are the books. And then the third one is going to be combined. But yeah, that's everything for that. Also, I did add in a new element into my videos, and there's a couple reasons why I did that, and I'll explain that in the description below, but I'm not going to mention any more about it because I want you guys to be surprised. But anyways, let's get to it. Okay, so we're going to pick new game, original, and obviously for this character we're going to be Jill. Probably one of the best characters to be in this game, seeing that she gets a lot more item slots. But here we are in the dining room, starting off in the dining room. I equipped my handgun. We're only going to be using the handgun twice throughout this run. So after the cutscene with Barry here, we can grab this emblem. We'll be using that a little bit later. And then we go and encounter our first zombie up here. Which, there's nothing to really do except for turn around and walk away. And just go back through the door. Let Barry kill him. Unless if I was killing all enemies, that's actually very pointless just to kill them. So in the hallway here, after the cutscene there, just run up here, go backwards like that, and then you'll be able to run right back into that cutscene again with Barry without having to go all the way around and all that stuff, and you won't have to worry about it. So up here we got the dogs. Now you don't have to fight the dogs here. All you gotta do is just keep running past the dogs and you should be alright. Now I'm not one to speak when I say this, but run in a straight line, you'll see me zigzag a lot. Tank controls are very hard for me. But yeah, you just walk, you run in a straight line like that, turn the corner there, run in a straight line like that all the way to the door. You'll avoid the dogs. Alright, so normally you would go get the broken shotgun and then bring it all the way over here and get the regular shotgun. But we're going to be doing the Jill Sandwich cutscene shotgun thing. We'll go and get the shotgun now. Now, I did go for best ending here, and I do believe that this is part of the best ending, is letting Barry save you. So I did grab the shotgun here. Besides, we're going to be needing it up ahead anyways. So go out. We gotta wait for the cutscene to play here. Interact with the doors first. Go to each door, try to open them. And then just wait for Barry to come by. So after that, we go through this door here, and there's gonna be a zombie right here, which I'm gonna gun him down with the handgun. Now, when he falls to the ground like that, he's not completely dead. So I turn around, and if it auto-aims right back onto him, then I know he's not dead, and I just keep shooting him down until he's dead again. There is another zombie in this room, but we're not going to be taking care of him until much later. Here, it's the same thing. Shoot this zombie down until he falls to the ground. Turn around like that, and then if it auto-aims back onto him, then that means he's still alive. There's a chance you can bring him down fully in one go. It's RNG. Like, it's taking up from like 4 shots to 5 shots, somewhere around there. Alright, so here, we're going to put up the knife and the handgun and the first aid spray. Keep the emblem and the shotgun, and then we're going to pick up the chemicals here, which will be taken to the plant room here soon. and then equip the shotgun because we're going to be using that coming up here. Now with zombies, if you aim at them and then point the gun up and wait for them to get very close, you can actually headshot them and it kills them in one shot. And I do that with several zombies in the first mansion here. That zombie, don't worry about him. He'll actually disappear much later on and be replaced with a hunter. But I wait until the zombie gets close, point my gun up, and then shoot him. And then pretty much done there. Same thing here. There's a zombie as soon as you get out the door here. I waited for him to try to get as close as possible. Because there's a lot of times that you can miss your shots by doing this. It depends on how the zombie's walking around and if he decides to go in a different direction while you're trying to aim at him. Alright, so we got a cutscene here with Barry, and he's going to hand us some acid rounds. And then we're going to go get the grenade launcher. Actually, from what I just found out recently, and I actually forgot about this, but it's not called the grenade launcher in the first one. It's actually called the bazooka. So I got to kind of get used to that. The bazooka for this one. Just make sure not to get too close to Forrest's body right there, because you'll activate the birds. Now, if you somehow do make a mistake and activate the birds, you'll be able to get out of there, turn around, and quickly run out, and you'll be able to make it out before the birds start attacking. I've done that several times and accidentally got the birds, but I was able to turn around and get out of there before taking any damage. Alright, so up here we got the statue. We just got to push the statue a little bit away. So there's going to be a zombie right up here. You don't need to worry about him over there. But as soon as you get the statue to where you can't move it anymore and the zombie's walking away, just headshot him. Push the statue to there and then push it down here. Alright, so up here there's two ways to get past the zombies. From what I found out recently as well, if zombies vomit, you can actually easily get around them without taking any damage. Just stay as close to the rails as possible. Yeah, you want to stay as close to the rails as possible if you're going to decide to save ammo and just go around them. And you should be able to get around them like that. But if not, then yeah, like I did, I just do a headshot on them. Down here, we got one more. We actually got two zombies here, but there is one we actually don't have to worry about. No, three zombies, but one we don't have to worry about. The other one's to the left over there by the save room. Here, as long as you stick to the wall like this and keep running in a straight line like that, you'll actually get past that zombie. Now, we will be killing him later on. I just needed ammo. Which, that room that we just passed has ammo in it, but I need to key for it first. Alright, so we got the plant room here. Just walk up, put the plant in. Or the chemicals in. And then run up and grab this key here. And then switch to your bazooka. Because there's a zombie here. And don't worry about ammo. I provided enough ammo for this run to where you can use bazooka or acid rounds or grenade rounds on the zombies. Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of shells here soon. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the piano room. Push this bookshelf right here. You don't have to push it all the way, just that far. And then you'll be able to grab the note right there. Just head over to the piano, play the song. get the door to open up. Yeah, yeah, as you can see, it was a little bit hard to get into this room. Sometimes it's a struggle to get through doors and little holes and stuff like that. But after grabbing the gold emblem, now we're going to head back to the dining room again. Now, normally this is where you would get the key for the boss fight. I forgot the name of the key, but normally you would grab the key here. Don't grab it just yet. We're going to be coming back here soon to grab that key. But instead, put the gold emblem in. And then go all the way over here. Grab this blue gem over here. Yeah, we're going to be coming back for the key. So now we're going to head over to the night puzzle room, I believe it is.
Fun facts, co-op was almost included too. As the game production progressed, so did the ideas. For a spell, a cooperative mode was teased that would have allowed players to play alongside each other at the same time, but the concept was cut.
So not much to this room here. We just got to push the statues to cover these vents here, and then hit that switch there. And I should have pushed it up just by one more. I saw that too, and I was like, yeah, I got to push it by one more. Because even just a little bit, and the gas will still leak. So make sure they're fully covering the vents. Alright, so now we're going to head over to the snake room where Richard is. And then we got to get the serum for him.
Fun facts, why the snake is called Yawn. It was nicknamed Yawn in reference to the way its mouth opens before attacking, which resembled a yawn.
So after talking to Richard, now we're going to go get the serum. There's actually a couple of things we're going to get. We're going to get that key that we went by earlier in the dining room. And then take the jewel over to the tiger's head. And yeah, it was a crest that we get there. Yeah, don't go that way. I accidentally was going that way because I'm so used to going straight to Richard. But after learning what I've learned, it's just much easier to go this way. So just go down the stairs here. But yeah, we're going to go over to the tiger head's room, grab the emblem there. And then we're going to get some shotgun shells and the serum for Richard. Oh yeah, and equip your shotgun too, because we're going to be putting shells into that and killing that one zombie in that room that we missed earlier.
Fun facts, it was almost first person. The gameplay went through plenty of changes early on. A first-person perspective was toyed with in the initial development and was mixed with more supernatural elements, as opposed to the biological creature horror the series is known for. Shinji Mikami, the game's director, adopted the third-person perspective with a fixed camera after encountering the horror game, Alone in the Dark, setting the next few games up for a similar style.
So we got the shells here. And then once we get the shells, equip them into the shotgun. And then we're gonna kill the zombie in the hallway. Get close like that, and then you should be able to headshot him. This zombie here, when you go around the corner, start walking around the corner like I did there, and then just keep tapping X, and you should be able to get into the door without having to interact with that zombie. Alright, so the gray key, I forgot what it was called. We're going to put that away, because that's done. Yeah, just because I'm playing in Japanese doesn't mean I remember all these keys and stuff. It has actually, before this playthrough that I did here, it's been probably since 2014 since I played the original Resident Evil. So I'm still a little confused on what name is what when it comes to keys. Alright, so go around like this because there's going to be a zombie, that zombie that we passed earlier, right over there. And it's just easier to avoid them and you don't have to waste bullets on them either. So I believe now we're heading back to Richard. Yeah, we're going to be heading back to Richard and we're going to be fighting Jan, the snake. So the cool part about Jan here is we're not going to waste one single shot on him at all. There's actually a cool strat that you can do to get the crest that you need and get out before he even tries to attack you. So let's start here, run up here, activate the cutscene, and as soon as the cutscene's over with, this is why I left this in, the cutscene, so you guys can see this exactly. Turn Jill right there, and as soon as he hisses like that, go forward, run up, grab the crest, and then go straight into that alcove. I'll show you guys here in a second. You go into this alcove like this. You'll have plenty of time to set this up because it takes Jan about maybe 15 to 20 seconds to actually get around. So position Jill like that. And as soon as Jan starts to come around the cove like that, go ahead and run forward and then run all the way around like that. And then you should be able to escape him with no problem. However, sometimes it does, like, if you're still a beginner at tank controls like I am, there are times where it's going to be a little bit difficult to get around Jan like that because you're zigzagging all over the place. So just keep practicing at it and you should be able, after a few attempts, you should be able to get it pretty much every single time. Alright, so now we're going to be heading over to the picture room to get the last crest. Keep in mind that there is a zombie in this area that, not here, but downstairs in that other room. There's that zombie there. We're not going to kill him just yet. We're going to wait until we get out of the picture room. Yeah, that zombie will actually disappear and be replaced with a hunter later on. Yes, there's a zombie right over there. We're going to kill him as soon as we get out of the room here. Alright, so for this puzzle here, got picture of a newborn baby. Picture of an infant. Picture of a lively boy. Picture of a young man. Picture of a middle-aged man. and a picture of the bald-looking man, of a bald-looking old man. And then the last one, the end of life. And then we got our final crest. So yeah, once you get out the door here, just be prepared. Don't even move at all. The zombie will come towards you, and then just headshot him. I had actually forgotten that zombie was there and ran right into him. Not this playthrough, but it was another playthrough. So we got a dog right up here. Shoot him down. Wait for him to stand back up, and then shoot him down. And then he decided to go behind there, so I had to wait a second. And as long as you're fast enough when they're running towards you like that, just make sure to get the shot off quickly, because they will bite. And then now we just got to push the stairs all the way over there to that shelf to grab that crank on top of it. And then switch to your bazooka. If it isn't already equipped. I thought my shotgun was equipped for a minute there. But no, the bazooka will kill the dogs in one shot. Just walk closely like this. And as soon as you see the dogs come into frame like that, you can actually take them out very quickly. Yeah, just at least make sure one of the dogs is in frame. Auto aim on them, shoot them, and it should kill them instantly. And then the other dog will be aware, and then as soon as he gets into the frame, shoot him quickly as well. And it's going to be a quick shot too. So you're going to have to, as soon as you kill the other one, raise your gun up immediately, and it'll kill that dog as well. There is a trick with the dogs, which I will explain coming up before the greenhouse. That does make it a little bit easier too. And you could use this trick on the dogs that I just, or actually on these dogs coming up. But it's much easier to kill them. So walk slowly like that, and normally around that corner over there, the dog will show up and try to attack you there. He'll actually run towards you, but he wasn't coming, so I had to wait. I had to wait for him to come out, and then basically the same method. So here, with this trick here, if you walk very slowly like this, you can actually get around the dogs. Now just make sure you stick to the right, and then stick to the right up here. Now with walking, it doesn't always work, but it decreases the chances of dogs noticing you by 50%. So there's like a 50% chance that the dogs will notice you. So if you just walk around that corner like that, and that right there, that does always work. The other times with the other dogs, it is a little bit harder to do. But as long as you stick to the wall and then walk slowly, you should be able to get around the dogs like that. Alright, so here, if you have 2 shotgun shells, switch to your shotgun, and then just use the last 2 remaining shotgun shells on the dog, or on the zombies here. But if you only got 1 shotgun shell, kill this one with the shotgun, switch to the bazooka with that one, and then kill this one over here. Like I said, there's going to be plenty of ammo. Grab the red book there, and then we got to get a key from this room right here to the right. I can't, no, okay, there wasn't a zombie in here. I was thinking if there was a zombie in here. There's a bathroom that I'm going to have to go into later, and there's going to be a zombie in there. So go across to this room over here. And we're done with the shotgun, so you can go ahead and drop off the shotgun. There's some ammo, some grenade ammo right here. Yeah, and that's it. And then combine your grenade rounds with the grenade launcher, and then make sure your grenade... Oh, yeah, your grenade launcher should already be equipped. If you didn't kill... Now, yeah, I messed up here. I went the wrong way. No, but if you did kill the 2 zombies with the shotgun shells, then just go ahead and switch to your grenade launcher. Or bazooka. I gotta get used to that. So there is a key right up here that we gotta get. I think this one was called the 003 key. I know both keys in this underground or in this greenhouse is like 00 somethings. I know one of them is 3. I forgot what the other one was. Alright, so with the bookshelf right here, you can just push it once. Push that once, and then you should be able to climb down the ladder like that. As long as you got enough room to see the ladder, you'll be able to climb down it easily. And not much here, just push these crates over to the water and then just drop them in.
Fun facts. Resident Evil was originally going to be a remake of another game. Before Resident Evil was conjured up, there was Sweet Home, a Capcom RPG from 1989 based on a Japanese horror film that follows a film crew making their way through a haunted mansion. Resident Evil was originally intended to be a remake of this game, but plans changed as development went on. That said, many similar elements ended up in the finished product, including the mansion setting, emphasis on puzzles and survival, and multiple endings.
Alright, so here we got the sharks. As long as you head straight for the door, for the left door, you shouldn't be able to have any interactions with the sharks whatsoever. And then they'll actually be flopping around here as soon as we get out the door anyways. So even then, you don't even have to worry about them. So yeah, just make your way to the door and you'll be safe. Activate this switch here. And then activate this switch here. And then we're going to head to the room next door. And then in there is the other key. The other 00 whatever key.
Fun facts. The game was also inspired by horror films. Classic horror films also played an immense job in influencing the creepy atmosphere and story. The Shining played a significant role in the mansion's original design, from the creepy wallpaper to the vibrant colors. Zombie films were an important force as well. The films of George Romero and Italian undead flicks, like Zombie, inspired the creators of the game to create their own terrifying zombie story.
Alright, so now we're just going to head over to the boss room and fight Plant 42. Now with Plant 42, it only takes 3 shots. As you notice, we did not go after the chemicals. Or all that mixing stuff. Or whatever. That's because with Plant 42, it only takes 3 grenade rounds. And then Barry's going to come in and save us. So just make sure that you're... I keep saying grenade round. Or grenade launch. So yeah, just make sure your bazooka is equipped. You got a zombie in here. This is the room that I was talking about with the zombie in it. And the reason why is because he's got flame rounds that we're going to be needing later on. We're actually going to be using the flame rounds on Black Tiger, which is that spider, the big spider we fight in the underground. Why they call him Black Tiger, I don't know. I actually looked that up not too long ago, because I was curious on why they called him Black Tiger. Couldn't really find anything on it though. Alright, so now we got Plant 42. Should just pop 3 shots at him, and then the cutscene will play. Barry will come in and save you. And then grab this key over here. And then right out the door here, we got the Wesker cutscene. Yeah, believe it or not, a lot of these bosses in this game are pretty easy to fight. Especially later on when we fight Jan again. I was so disappointed that I didn't get a splat there. If you walk on the beach, they'll go splat. Alright, so those dogs that we had to walk around earlier, they're gone, so you don't have to worry about them. That's why you don't even bother killing them, because they're going to be gone anyways by the time you get back out of the greenhouse. That I did not mean to pick up. I almost picked it up. I was trying to get out the door and went over to the herb instead. Oh, and as for the radio, don't even worry about answering it. It's actually not important at all. So now we got a clear path other than the small snakes, which are no threat whatsoever, as long as you keep moving. But we have a clear path now between this area that we just passed and the mansion. Yeah, with snakes, I don't know, I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but yeah, just keep running and go straight to the next area. Now there are times where they'll jump up and start hissing, but as long as you just keep moving, you should be alright. Alright, so now we got our favorite enemy of the game. Well, not mine, but we got hunters. Which, in this run, they're not too bad to deal with. Sometimes it can be a bit trolly. But we got our first hunter coming up here. Which, as soon as you start to see him come into the picture, or into the screen, then pop off the bazooka at him. Like that. And you should be able to kill him instantly. And this room here is where we get the Eagle Book? Yeah, Eagle Book. So this next room right over here, where the save point is, there's going to be a hunter in there as well. So again, you want to wait for him to come into view until you see him, and then just shoot him down. Now, you can, as soon as you get through the door here, you can run straight to the stairs and up the stairs without having to worry about him. But there are flame rounds in here as well, so that's why I killed him and came in here for the flame rounds. Or no, acid rounds, my bad. So at this point, the bazooka should be empty. Just make sure you have acid rounds in. There's going to be one more hunter up the stairs here. We're going to have to kill him with the acid round. If you do have one more regular grenade round, just pop it at the hunter here. If not, then just put in acid rounds. Because we're going to be fighting Yawn here. And I believe acid rounds are the best way to kill Yawn. It should take up to 4 shots to kill him. So here, I'm going to run up to the piano, not this room, but the next room. I'm going to run up to the piano. The cutscene will activate with Yawn. As soon as the cutscene's over with, just point the bazooka at Yawn and start firing. And fire 4 shots at him exactly. It's 4 shots every single time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Head to the hole. And that cutscene will play with Barry where he drops on the rope. Now here, depending if you go up or down, you'll be getting the good ending. If you go up, you'll be, or if you go down, you'll be getting the good ending. But or no, if you go back up, you'll be getting a good ending. But instead, we are going to go up. We're going to talk to Barry. We're going to get that note, and then we're going to come back down. And the reason being is that this is a lot faster route and a lot safer route to where you don't have to deal with the hunters. So normally, if you're going for one of the other end, there's a zombie here. If you're going for like a specific ending and you go up, but you want the other ending, you're going to go down instead, come back up, and go back down. It's going to save a lot of time, easier route. And then we're going to get the good ending with this. So yeah, this would be the good ending. I'm still learning a lot about this game. I've only done like 2 other runs of this just to practice it and to see what I could do. But as for like good endings, bad endings, and I ran out of ammo there. Just if you do that, if you do run out of ammo, just equip the acid round, shoot him. Now there is a way to get around him if you go all the way straight up to the wall and then take the left and kind of ease yourself up against the wall and go make your way all the way to the elevator. That's the easy part. The hard part is coming back out of there and then having to go around him again, but you have to be specific on how you go around him. That's why I killed him. But yeah, I just started learning a lot about this game just recently. So if I'm a little confused on what's what, it's because it's like I said, it's been about 2014 since I played the original. So head into this blue room here. Or the blue door here. You don't have to worry about that zombie over there, but kill this one right here. And the reason being is because you can't get around him, but when you're coming back and you get yourself stuck up against the wall because you're still a beginner at tank controls, he will wind up grabbing you, so that's why I kill him. So we're gonna push this statue here, and then also I forgot to mention this, but we are gonna be saving Chris. So we're going to get the mode disc here. Yeah, see how I hit the wall right there? And if I take a little bit longer than that, then I wind up getting a zombie on me. So I just kill him anyways, just to give me a little bit more room. And we're going to head back down. But yeah, this area right here where that zombie was laying dead on the ground, well, playing dead. As soon as you get out of the elevator, you go immediately to the left and you kind of push him out of the way. But as you're pushing him out of the way, you push him far enough to where you could turn Jill where you're facing to go towards the door like this, and you can get around him. But I kept doing it and doing it and doing it, and I kept getting grabbed by him, and he kept biting my ankle. So at that point, I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna kill him. Just makes it so much safer. So believe it or not, we are actually done with the mansion. The whole mansion, actually. I'm not even going after the Magnum, because if I were to go after the Magnum, that room that we just left with the zombie in the elevator, the one that was laying on the ground, there was another exit we could have gone out of, but there's one zombie out there, and then I believe to go get the jewel, we have to go through like 4 to 5 other hunters, and it's not worth it. And like I said twice already, I provided enough ammo, so really the Magnum is kind of useless for this specific run anyways. If you were doing an kill all enemies run, then yeah, the Magnum would definitely probably be helpful. So yeah, we are done with Mansion. We do got one more hunter to deal with. And this one, we actually do not have to kill him. Now, as soon as you get out the door to go out of the mansion, if you stick straight to the left and keep going forward, the hunter is going to swipe at you, but he's going to miss every single time. Every single time. This one is actually 100% accurate, so you don't have to worry about getting hit. Just stick to the wall like this. Even though I did zigzag a little bit and get stuck on the wall just a little bit, I still managed to get around him. Still scary though, because he came after me, and if I didn't go through the door as fast as I did, then yeah, he would have got me. But as long as you stick straight like that and then go straight for the door, he should not bother you at all. Alright, so here, all we gotta do is just let the valve down for the water. Or no. We gotta go straight over to where the 2 dogs were for the battery. And then we go up the elevator. Then we let the valve down. And then we go back down the elevator and then into the next area.
Fun facts: there were additional characters cut. The characters of the Resident Evil universe are a huge draw for fans. Everyone has a favorite. Interestingly enough, there were several characters who didn't make the final cut of the game. Dewey was designed as a tall African-American man with a sense of humor who would provide lighter moments in the game, and Gelzer was designed as a hulking cyborg who would help the team with his brute strength. Both characters were replaced by Rebecca and Barry. Fun facts: there were several versions of the game. Several versions were released after the huge success of the initial game. The director's cut included a new mode that changed item and enemy locations, as well as added new wardrobes and gameplay mechanics. The DualShock version supported the DualShock controller and added a new soundtrack. The Sega Saturn version included an unlockable battle mode and featured new enemies and costumes.
You see, little small openings right there. So hard to get around sometimes. Alright, so here, go to the left through the door here. And then we're going to run into a Barry cutscene. Hit yes, and then hit no. And then we'll be locked into the good ending path. So we'll be finishing the game with both Barry and Chris. We go through this door up here, and then we got the Enrico scene. Well, first we got the Hunter scene. And then through this door here, we just go all the way around, and then we'll run right into Enrico. and the mystery killer, which I'm sure you guys know who it is. Oh yeah, so there's a crank on the ground here. Don't forget to pick this up. And then right out the door here is a hunter. So just aim your gun, shoot him. Should kill him instantly. And then we got another hunter right over here. I usually just walk slow right here until I see the hunter, and then I shoot him and kill him. And then go through this door over here. And then turn this over here with the crank that we just picked up. And then right up here we get the bulldozer, or the boulder. Just walk up, turn around, walk back, and then get to the exit as quickly as possible. Now I'm walking slow here and standing all the way back here because there's a hunter right there. And just shoot him down and kill him. Now don't go straight for the flame rounds first, because if you do without killing that hunter first, then you'll have two hunters to deal with. One will come through that door. But if you kill that hunter that I just killed, then that other hunter will not show up. Equip your flame rounds because we got the black tiger to fight next. He's only going to take one shot to kill. With the flame round, just kill him with one shot. Now it is going to take 3 shots because the other 2 shots here we're going to use on the door instead of getting a knife. And it makes it easier. Like I said, enough ammo. But yeah, with those hunters, as long as you kill that one that I killed and then go for the flame rounds, then the one won't come out that door and then you won't have 2 to deal with. Alright, so here, what did I put back? Oh yeah, the key and the crank. The crank at the very top. The crank at the top is the one that it was the first crank that we picked up. The second one is the one we just picked up not too long ago. Because I know that can get a little confusing if you're playing this in Japanese as well. Did confuse me at first anyways. Alright, so don't run up to the boulder yet. We're going to turn this 3 times until that entrance right over there is facing to the left. And then run up to the boulder, activate it, and then run into the hole as quickly as possible. You can actually do a turn like that and then go straight into the door and not worry about it. Now the reason why I did that is because there's another mode disc right behind the boulder, but I'll be getting that here in a second. So not much, just push the statue. I actually pushed it a little bit too far. And then we get the book, the wolf book. Alright, so just go back over to where the boulder was. And then there should be another mode disc over there. And then we got one more mode disc to get, which that will be in the lab. The lab to me is probably it was the most hardest part until I figured out a way to get around it. But I think the hardest part for me of this game was probably the first yawn. Because sometimes that strat that I was talking about earlier with yawn sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Like I said, it depends on how good you are with tank controls. But I don't know if I really have a struggling part. Maybe that part in the lab, because it depends if it is... If I don't screw it up, I suppose. Which I'll explain in the lab here coming up. So put in the wolf one, and then put in the eagle one. So the wolf to the left, and then the eagle to the right. When you're first coming in. So just go down the ladder here. And then I think, what was it, 2 or 3? I think 3 zombies we have to kill here. Now again, like with the zombies in the mansion, to where I was telling you that they vomit, these guys do vomit as well. And you can't get around them the same way you get around the other ones. But it's just much easier to kill them. They will spawn back later on, but like I said, enough ammo. Alright, so here are the passwords for the computer, which will be on the screen here. John, Ada, and then Mole. In that order.
Fun facts: there was almost a Game Boy Color version. Capcom had their eyes set on the world of handheld consoles early on, attempting to port the entire game to the Game Boy Color. Due to restrictions from the system, the game was scrapped, but some footage shows that the port would have been true to the original game's ideas. Some rudimentary footage exists of the almost completed game.
Alright, so now I believe we head back upstairs. Yeah, we do. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna head back upstairs. And then into this room over here to the left. Now, before going into the room, we'll run all the way down to the end. And there will be the last mode disc. And then just run to the switch over here to the right, or to the left. And then grab that key over there, which that will get us into the pretty much the last section, well, second to last section of the game. So up here, I don't know if you guys will be able to tell or not, but I lowered the volume because it's going to get pretty loud. This next area that we're going to go into in about a second is a very loud area. So hopefully I cut it down, the volume down just a little bit to where it's not like blowing up in your guys' ears. Yeah, so kill the zombie here. Now, do not kill that zombie when coming out of the room after doing the passwords and stuff. Because if you do, he will spawn back as soon as you come back down. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. Don't kill that zombie there. He'll actually disappear here in a minute. This is the room that I was talking about that gets very loud. Alright, so at the start here, go immediately to the right. hug this wall right here. Point your gun up and then shoot him down. And then this guy, he's either going to be at the end of the corner here or he's going to be on the path. But regardless, just keep running all the way down. He'll swipe at you. He'll miss every single time. And as soon as you get to the end, turn around and then shoot him. If he's down the path right there. And then just head through the door right here. So pretty much what I'm going to do here is if that guy does show up in the last area, you're going to run down to the end, point your gun up, shoot him, and then shoot him down. Now there is a way to get around these guys without killing them, but a lot of times you do get hit. So it's just much easier to do this instead. And then right down here, there's a guy right here, shoot him, shoot him, and then one more guy right here. Now there is a chance when you get out of this room, there's going to be one more guy. He'll be hanging on the ceiling. If he is hanging on the ceiling, immediately go up right or up left, and then you should be able to get around him easily. Don't even worry about shooting him either. So activate the switch there. So he did show up for me here, and I'm glad he did, so I can show it off. So yeah, he's going to be right there. Even though it looks like you're going to get hit, you should be alright. So as long as you stick to the up left like that, you should be able to get out of there with no problem. So it's going to be up left, up right, and then you should be alright. This room was a pain in the ass to get through at first. Alright, so now we're going to the save room here, and there's going to be some flame rounds in here that we can get. And then we're gonna go ahead and fight Tyrant now. Now I know I did say I was saving Chris, but I believe you do have to fight Tyrant either way first. Yeah, we're gonna be saving Chris after Tyrant. Yeah, so equip your grenade rounds as well, because we're gonna be using those for Tyrant. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, just activate the switch here. And then we got the long cutscenes with Barry, Jill, and Wesker. And then, of course, the Tyrant cutscene. Alright, so at the start here, just run up like this, turn around, shoot him 1, 2, 3 times, and then run up to Barry, and then talk to Barry.
Barry?
I almost thought that I had missed that shot, that first shot with Tyrant. As you saw, it looked like it missed, but I guess it hit, so thank goodness for that. But yeah, just run up a little bit, turn around, shoot him 3 times, and you should be able to get him quickly. Now up here with this box puzzle, I did not speed this up for the simple fact that this does take a little bit of practice to do, and you guys should see exactly how to do it, so I didn't speed this part up at all. This took me quite a few times to figure it out. So as soon as you get in, go all the way around this area right here. Push this box all the way to the end. And then push the stairs, I believe it was up. Yeah, push the stairs up. And then push the stairs all the way to the box right there. And then this box, push all the way up. Far enough to where you can kind of squeeze Jill through it and then get around it like that. And then push that all the way to the stairs. And then we're going to push it all the way down to the end there. And then push the stairs to about here. and then push it in about once. I would say once, enough to squeeze you through. Don't push it any more than that, because then you'll hit the switch. And then push it towards the box, and then it'll be in line to be pushed as soon as we're done with it. So with this last box here, just push it right there. Go around here like this. Push it up, and then you'll have to go back around. Yeah, a bit of a pain in the ass, but yeah. And then push it all the way to cover up the vent there. And the stairs are in line like that, so you'll be able to push the stairs all the way to the switch, hit the switch, and you'll be able to climb through the vent. And then this is where we put in the mode disc for Chris. So we got one more area to go to for the mode disc. And then make sure, I'll have to see coming up here, but I believe it was grenade rounds that I needed. Need like 4 grenade rounds for this next area coming up. Because there are 4 zombies in this one tiny little room. Yeah, it was grenade rounds. Yeah, so you're gonna need like 4 grenade rounds. Yeah, you are gonna need 4 grenade rounds. And then there's 4 zombies in here. Just stand at the door, you can kill the first 2 there. Probably killed the first 3 there, actually. But I didn't see him on camera, so that's why I didn't shoot at him. And then you'll be able to get the last mode disc in. So then, equip your flame rounds, because we're going to be needing those next. We got 3 more zombies to kill. I believe 3 more zombies, and then Tyrant. Just run up to the door here, hit the switch 3 times, go through the door, and then you'll run right into Chris. Yeah, and then Chris likes to get in your way there. Alright, so as soon as you get, not this door, but the next door, as soon as you get out the next door here, there's going to be one of those crawly enemies that we fought earlier. Just go straight to the left and up the stairs, and then you should be able to avoid them every time. Yeah, you don't have to worry about killing them or anything. And then we got 1 more zombie up here, or 3 more zombies up here. Again, you could probably just get around them by hugging the stairway and then not killing them. But it doesn't matter anyways, because we got enough ammo. We only need 4 shots for Tyrant. And I hate doors in this game. Yeah, so with Tyrant, we only need 4 shots to kill him. The first shot, now, once you grab the flare, there's like a white little transformer thing where you have to put the flare at. Well, you can put it anywhere, but this is the most easiest way to do this, is you put the flare over there by the transformer, and as soon as you're ready to aim your gun up at Tyrant, you're gonna aim your gun up, and then shoot him once, and then aim it at level, which is like normal shot, and then shoot him 3 more times, and the cutscene will play with Brad. And then grab the rocket, and then shoot him. So yeah, just grab the flare. And then this, I guess, transformer thing, whatever it is. You're gonna stick the flare there. And this is the easiest spot to do this because you'll be able to get around Tyrant as soon as you get the shots off. So point your gun up, shoot him once, then twice, 3 times, 4 times. Brad will drop the rocket and then run around, go up left, and then you should be able to get around Tyrant. Grab the rocket. Now he was getting awfully close to me, so I had to run up just a little bit before equipping it, and then shooting him with it. And there you go. So we got 0 saves in an hour and a half. Very nice, very nice. And then with that, you get the rocket launcher and the key. So that was Resident Evil Director's Cut. If you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.